Hello, everybody. Here we are once again. More Spy Party competitive league. We are in the semifinals of the Masters Championship. We got AstatineEffect, which is, I believe, the number four finisher of Diamond, and FireLordEthan, the number three. Did I get that right? I don't remember anymore. Number two. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're right. This is 4-2. Then the other match will be 1-3. And so, yes, and that was hello, Dell. Thank you for reminding me of numbers. And and then Taboshi is here as well, ready to cast an excellent match with us. Hopefully an excellent match. I mean, it's good. It's gonna be pretty good. This is done. Yeah, yes, yes. These two seem to enjoy playing each other, so we'll see how this goes. I got the bracket here to remind me that. Oh, whoops! Oh, they
Right.
are
Are
muted.
we,
Sorry, you guys were
just to be
muted.
clear, okay.
You guys were apparently muted during that. So let's. I will mention once again. Yes. So apparently I was a genius and I corrected myself actually. So anyway, but yes, here is the bracket. And hello, Tabushi and Dells once again. We'll try this again.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
And then yes, so we got our bracket here. All the platinum players got kind of got shoved aside, and now it's the diamond players' turn to you know play.
Right, which is what you might have expected going into this, but Nebula, who was at the top of Platinum, was a really, really formidable opponent. And during the season, Nebula just like completely trounced the rest of Platinum,
Yeah.
but he still went down to AstatineEffect
Yes.
last week. And Ethan didn't even have to play any matches before now. Ethan, as the higher seed, was just
Yes.
waiting for an opponent, and Astatine
Yeah.
had to fight
Yes.
his way here by
Yes.
beating
It's kind of
Nebula.
a yeah. It looked like kind of
And
going to be like a platinum gauntlet where the platinum
yeah,
players just had to try to fight to survive. But well, Spy Party is hard. Diamond players are really good. I mean, platinum
yeah.
players are good, but
Let's be honest. The gap between diamond and platinum is closing and closing every
yes,
single year.
yeah. That I mean
Yeah.
that I agree. That is true. I mean it's easy to forget. These are the top four of diamond against the top four of platinum. So Nebula will be in diamond next year, and they could easily be you know in the middle of the
Up
pack,
there.
or even
Yeah.
because it's hard to say the results of a single match. Who's better.
Yeah, I mean anything can just change depending on the day. Astatine Effect's result against Nebula was really good, and I think a lot of people were impressed by it because going off the prediction forms that viewers get to fill out, the majority of people have actually predicted Astatine to win this match,
Yeah,
even though Astatine is the lower seed and actually placed worse in
yeah,
Diamond. But it was really close, right?
yeah,
If you look at the scoreboard in Diamond, Ethan won basically every single one of his
yeah, yeah,
matches except against Rov. And Astatine, despite not winning quite as much, it was a bunch of 8-8 ties or
yeah.
7-9 results. So Astatine was really close. And Astatine actually did get a win against Rov,
Yeah, the only
which is
one
the
to do
only
so.
person
Yeah,
that Ethan couldn't beat.
yeah. I mean, Rav beat everybody but Astatine, so maybe it was. And I will mention that Rav was the one that got to choose who they were going to face between Opie and Astatine, and they chose not to face the person that beat him
Fair
in the
enough.
regular season. Which, yeah, it's a good choice. So he actually ended up sort of, maybe counterintuitively going with the higher, the player who's, the higher seed. And
Yeah, but Astatine does have that momentum just coming
yes,
off of the win against Nebula. So it seems like Rov is, scared of him as well.
yeah, you can imagine that
And it makes
Rob and
sense. These
Ethan
are
are
both Sakari players.
just kind of,
Yeah.
just sitting there going, all right, who's going to be thrown at me? And we'll see how they deal with it here. Let's get this draft up. a draft.
Yeah, so the picks and bans from Astatine are basically the exact same venues that he picked last time versus Ethan during the regular season, but Ethan's picks have actually changed a little bit. Last time they played, Ethan picked High Rise, Tayan, Moderne, and this time the only one of those that we're seeing again is Moderne, and he's actually gone with oh no, we're seeing High Rise as well,
Yep.
but we have switched out
And Terrace.
Tayan. Yeah, now we're seeing Terrace instead. And the TM wasn't even banned or anything. And they actually both chose to multiply Ballroom last time. So there were 6 games of Ballroom.
And this
Which
time,
we're
and this
doing
time,
again.
This time they've both chosen the double gallery and ballroom. So that means, or they multiply, so that becomes triple.
We're going to be seeing a lot of rectangular
Yes.
4 of 8.
Yes,
They're both rectangles. One of them has one of them is on its side, and the other one is more stretched towards its, what do you call it? Its depth, its back.
Yep.
They're both rectangles.
Yes, they are indeed both rectangles.
And last time, basically, we saw a lot of sniper wins between these two players, right? The entire set was decided by one civ shot, by just one civ shot going wrong. And other than that, every single game was sniper wins. And I won't be surprised if we see something similar today.
Yes.
Yeah, well, we shall see. I suppose without any further ado, it's time to find out exactly how this goes down.
Yes, I think
Starting
we are
with
ready.
FireLordEthan on the spy side of library, any 5 of 8 against AstatineEffect Sniper. Let's get this show on the road in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, and speaking of sniper-sided things, library generally considered to be a sniper-sided venue. But it does give you opportunities to potentially get away with things without the sniper seeing it. And I think at this level of play, that's sort of what the spies are counting on. Oh god, we're just starting with the
goodness. That was not the cleanest bug that we could have had there. We kind of got stuck on the way through, and it was very much on camera, but it looks like AstatineEffect's eyes were elsewhere, and I think that bug came off relatively clean, actually.
Yeah, I mean, a bug is the sort of thing that if the sniper sees it, they're going to immediately shoot you. And if you have not been shot for it by now, there is a decent chance that you actually got away with it.
Especially with a bug like that, because quite often you will get very clear bug paths that you can't actually tell what was going on, even if you're watching for it. But that was very much just, here is a bug, it is on screen. If you see it, you die. If not, you're fine. And FireLordEthan is currently fine. So he's got the bug done. Now he's got the flirt done as well after getting it done in 2. And we're going to move from here and see how we get on.
Yeah, I mean, a bug like that, you could just get shot immediately, but if you don't, now you have a decent chance of winning the game because you at least got one hardtail past the sniper. If the laser stayed on you while you were doing that, you would just be super visible and you would be dead. But if you timed it right and you did it at the exact moment they move, then maybe you get away with it. Ooh, going for a timeout here at the window now.
A little in and out to the window as well to make sure the sniper doesn't see them, get caught on rotation just a little bit, and FireLordEthan gets a free 45 seconds. And a fake contact, unfortunately, in with the suspected double agent, which we couldn't have known, but still not bad.
Yeah, it's not letting off too many lowlights, and there are a lot of full conversations. So as far as fake banana breads go, I think it's pretty good. We will have to do another contact eventually later, but I think once you've done a first fake contact, you want to wait a while usually before doing another one so that you don't really let the sniper know that that first one was fake.
First print off of a drink as well is a nice way to open up the game. So we're taking a bit of extra time here to give ourselves some extra options down the stretch, and I like this strategy so far.
Yeah, my only concern is the fact that we picked up that highlight, but we did pick it up for flirting, and we were able to get the flirt done really, really quickly. So as long as we never go back to our seduction target, which at this point we don't need to, we might end up being okay. Honestly, it's a pretty promising game as far as diamond level spy games go. We haven't been shot for the bug. Our highlight is for something that we're probably not going to get any further suspicion for, and we're just spending a lot of time waiting around thanks to the time ad, so suspicion is potentially building up on other guests. I'm feeling somewhat hopeful about this one.
I think we really wanted to do some business with this briefcase to get the last fingerprint done, but the ambassador's really been tenaciously hanging around. Now's our first opportunity to actually pick this thing up and walk away with it, so that's exactly what we do. We're going to get the print done with 2 minutes left to play. We've got a contact still available, and even the inspect still available, but the shot comes off for the print before any of that has a chance to happen.
Wow. I mean, it's possible that the bug was seen from the start and we just didn't pick up the highlight right away, right? Because the highlight comes just when we go stand at the windows and flirt with our seduction target. Maybe the flirt was already tracked before that, and so returning to him just sealed the deal. But it looks like Astatine was on top of it. I'm sure if the bug was seen, you would just get shot for that. So it's maybe we really did just get shot for going to that twin, just for flirt pairing. I'm not sure, but we must have been a huge suspect.
One way or another, it's Astatine's effects turn on the spy side, up by that first game. FireLordEthan on the sniper in 3, 2, 1, playing it. You did say this was likely to be a sniper-heavy match, and so far, it seems to be.
Ooh. Yeah, and I wonder if Ethan knew how much he'd gotten away with that bug, you know, if he knew that it was really clean, not even suspected as a bug path or a bug timing or anything, maybe he wouldn't have gotten so cheeky with the briefcase. I'm not sure. But either way, Astatine just got that 51% flirt, and now we're just hanging out basically by ourselves. I mean, there's two people here, but they're so far away from us that it just feels like we're by ourselves.
Yeah, it was an interesting little sidestep at the window to pick up the flirt. That's the kind of thing that can cause a lot of suspicious if it's noticed, but very rarely is noticed.
And the ambassador is just hanging out for what feels like forever at this window pad. He's not putting down his briefcase. Oh, he walked over. He walked over like 2 steps and put down his briefcase. And we're going to path behind him, making it very obvious that we're not bugging to the sniper.
Some wild paths just bouncing around right around the ambassador, never in a position to take that bug, at least not without being very obvious about it. So even if that whole thing was being guarded, AstatineEffect's probably going to come out of that looking relatively inconspicuous.
Yeah, we're not exactly playing a character who's known for having good bugs, but on Library, I guess it doesn't matter if you get the bug off screen. It doesn't matter how tall you are or how obvious your arm moving is. We were just hanging out with the double agent there, but you don't really want to do a contact if you're the only one in convo with the double agent. So we walked over here, and as soon as we got here, the ambassador's gone.
The ambassador doesn't tend to hang around in conversations very long because of the whole personal space issue anyways, but yeah, that was some slightly comical timing. AstatineEffect, it feels like, has been walking around a lot and just doesn't really know where they want to go. Has not been able to find progress in this game so far.
Yeah, we're just letting someone else pick up that briefcase. We're doing a time ad just right in the middle of the venue. And by the time the laser swings back over, we're just walking away. So I don't think that was seen. It's just a question of if Ethan's looking for time ads at this moment. And he might have been. I mean, the ambassador was over there at the statues leaving a fingerprint with no one near him at all. That does give you time to check the clock. So there's a chance that Ethan's on top of the time ad, but I'm not really sure about it.
Finally back in the conversation with the seduction target to finish up the flirt. Also in with the double agent right now, so if we're going to take a bug, a contact rather, it's not a terrible opportunity for it if we wait for a couple more people to settle into conversations first.
Yeah, I mean, even with the time ab, we're still pretty behind on progress. At least we have the flirt done, but 230 for 4 more missions. It's looking a little tight, but we don't want to take the contact, actually. We're going for the briefcase. We're so close to the ambassador that I wonder if it's legal, but I'm sure it's fine.
It's probably close enough to find that it's not going to raise any alarm bells one way or the other. Down the briefcase goes, and because that had been there for so long, we're not able to get any sort of print progress on it either. So back into conversation with the double agent to take the contact. That's our second mission completion with 2 minutes left to play, 3 missions to go.
It's a little bit awkward. There were a lot of people walking around. There were a handful of people at the bookshelves. So when we actually took the contact, I think we let off a few more lowlights than we would like. I wonder if we took that briefcase knowing it had no print on it. I wonder if we were just trying to look like we were idling, but we're just doing a swap.
This is a bit of a Hail Mary, it feels like. So hopefully, I suspect the plan is get to the other side of the venue, be very far away from this when the swap goes off. But there's no activity over there at all. So when someone gets pulled over for that, it's probably not going to be the most inconspicuous thing in the world. Setting up next to the ambassador, hoping we can get a swing away from the laser before we take a standing bug here. But as we go for a purloin, I think we just get shot for the swap.
Yeah, I mean, something like a swap like that, it's something you just have to try sometimes. I mean, you were behind on mission progress. It was probably going to be too late to get more fingerprints. So it might also be too late to do microfilm, either moving the book or especially doing 2 animations. I think we were just kind of behind on progress and decided, you know what, we'll just try a swap. You never know when it might work, but it usually doesn't.
Yeah, bit of a nervy first spy game coming out from AstatineEffect, but either way, the snipers have been given an opportunity to settle in on library. It's 1-1 going into modern 4 of 8. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. Ooh,
Yeah, well,
already a Smallman game.
That's true. And Smallman has some good things he can do here, mostly at the back right there. If the convo fills up, which it kind of is right now, not really, but if this convo near us fills up, there are things that you can do kind of hidden behind it.
Absolutely. Some book shenaniganry, among other things, depending on what's around.
But mostly in this party right now, there's just a lot of people visiting the bar. The bar rush is just continuing nonstop. We've even got Boots, Kane just walking in. Well, Kane is an SDA, but...
Not super well hidden in this position, but certainly behind a lot of cover.
Yeah, if the ambassador walks by.
After the second flirt as well. Here's a bug going to the back. It's a little bit visible based on the sniper's angle, but I think we may have gotten away from it because of the movement of the ambassador when we stepped out there.
Yeah, that's so funny. I was like, well, maybe if the ambassador walks this way. No, we will walk towards him. We'll just leave the convo and go do it. There wasn't as much cover as I would have liked, and it was definitely visible from the sniper side if you were watching for it. So we're just kind of hoping that the sniper wasn't looking very closely.
I mean, to be fair, that's a pretty safe position for the ambassador to be if you don't know that Smallman's lurking around the area. Flirt done now, so we've got 2 missions complete and 2 inspects done with about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to play, so lots of time still to work with to get the rest of this progress.
Yeah, I feel like we definitely might be a suspect, but we're just going to go finish statues now. And yep, that's when you have to shoot. That's when you have to shoot. If you
It is. That's when you have to take the shot. And take the shot AstatineEffect did. The snipers continue to make it happen.
I mean, yeah, maybe you don't have to shoot because there's technically no 4th mission, but I don't know. You never know if you missed something with Smallman, so it's a safe call.
Let's see what AstatineEffect can do on the spy side, if he can settle in a little bit more and put together a cleaner spy game than last time. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. Oh, very slow character as the spy.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to move around this venue. I'm personally someone who just always picks random characters, but I know I'm like a very big outlier on that. So when someone picks pearls on a venue like this, maybe it's mind games, like, oh, would they really pick the slow character? But, you know, at diamond level, mind games like that don't influence the sniper's thoughts on you at all. So it is an interesting pick.
Indeed. That said, this is absolutely the kind of thing you have to do with a character like Pearls. That first, very quick in and out flirt, and then directly back in for the second to get the flirt done in 2 very early on.
Yeah, and with having that done, honestly, the slow speed isn't really that big of an issue. And then at this point, you can just kind of try to set yourself up to get some sort of good bug or something like that. But it looks like we're heading over to, I was going to say a bookcase, but we're curving around. We just want to be in convo with Queen. No, we want to go to statues. We want to pick up a highlight for going to statues early.
Yeah, nothing going on at the bar early on, so we're not able to capitalize on that at all. So it's going to give the sniper some more real estate to cast their gaze farther afield.
Well, luckily Ethan isn't highlighting for statues, so I'm sure he knows that Pearls has been to the statues, and if she returns to them, it will bring a lot of attention to her. But for now, we're just hanging out near the ambassador. Maybe we want to get a fingerprint at some point. Definitely not close enough to bug.
Indeed, but we were in a position that we might have been able to try something as the ambassador stepped out of conversation, depending on which way they went. But I don't think that was ever the plan, as now we head out and in for the briefcase to pick up our first print.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a pretty straightforward briefcase pickup. It's right at the front of the venue. The ambassador was just there a moment ago. So I think at this point, Ethan knows that Pearls has partial inspects. She has partial fingerprints. It's just going to be someone to keep an eye on for the rest of the game. It's going to make it pretty hard to get missions done, I feel.
Yeah, and even with relatively good pacing, trying to keep mission progress coming, we have spent a lot of time on long walking paths. We're about 1 minute and 30 left to play, and even picking up a delegate here, I think, and straight out to statues, we're starting to run low on time shockingly quickly.
Right, but we actually rejected the drink at the bar, so we didn't get the second fingerprint from it. Instead, we're getting it over here from these statues. So that's an interesting play.
Well, that's the inspect done as well as the print, and now all we need is this contact, and that's going to be our 4th mission completion. 1 minute to play as people start to step out of conversation. We're just waiting for 1 or 2 more people to land before we take this contact, but I'm a bit worried about what would happen if the double agent steps away before we get the chance.
Yeah, so that fingerprint on the statue had actually been there for ages. So it was a green print. Yeah.
Ethan might not know about it. It's not the right one. AstatineEffect strikes first from the spy side.
Wow. I mean, that's like a double whammy. Not only did the sniper have the wrong suspect, but we did get away with missions as well. Yeah, that print had been there on the statue for a really, really, really long time. And it looks like the sort of innovative play that we did, like denying the fingerprint at the bar and then going to get it off a statue. And keep in mind, it had been placed at that point, literally like 2.5 minutes earlier, a difficult print on that statue. So I think probably Ethan didn't remember it, wasn't crediting us with it, and maybe we even looked AI-like for rejecting the print at the bar there. So, wow.
Yeah. That's some creative spy play and incredible tracking on the prints from AstatineEffect. A very well played game from the spy side. And that puts them up 3-1 as we step into a first of our tripled venues. It's going to be 6 games on Gallery next, starting with FireLordEthan on the spy side in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, and I mean, one spy win like that could be what decides the set. It's what happened in their last set when Ethan got 1 spy win, but this time Astatine's got the spy win and he's in the lead this time. We're immediately calling Toby over. I don't think we can get away with a purloin here. This must be for a fingerprint. Yeah, this must be for a fingerprint.
It was indeed. So very early print is actually pretty nice to see. That's the kind of thing that can often get away from a sniper when you pick up a very early print off of a mission site that doesn't usually have one, because there's so much for a sniper to look at early on. When the Amba's the first person to take a drink at the party, that's difficult to track indeed.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried just because Toby would have naturally kept offering to other people in that conversation, so it might be a little bit too blatant of a request. Just seeing Toby all of a sudden go over to the paintings there. I think if the sniper's watching that, they're thinking, well, why is Toby there at all? Shouldn't he just be kind of going around the convo? So I am actually kind of worried for Ethan here.
49% off the first flirt out at the front conversation. Double Agent steps away before we're able to get the contact off, so that's a bit of a shame. It was a pretty good time for it looked like.
I mean, on Gallery, if you lose your chance at a contact, you might just never get it again. The Double Agent just might walk around the entire venue and make you chase them. So it's a little bit worrying, but she comes back.
Yeah, luckily she got bounced right back into the conversation again, so it's once again looking like a pretty good time to take this contact.
Yeah, if you don't do it now, you honestly might not get another chance. So we take it. Ooh, Kane is actually, he was about to get low lit, but he actually keeps a highlight for potentially splitting out of that front convo.
That's probably a good decision, even if it would have been correct to lowlight him. You can't really know that as the sniper. Into green bookcase we go, not trying to hide it, taking the wide spot here. So we'll see how we're able to do anything with this book, and instead it just goes right back where we found it.
Yeah, we weren't really able to do anything at all. Maybe if the ambassador put himself in danger and took the sniper's attention. But with no book done, we're going to want another fingerprint. Maybe we're going outside to set ourselves up for a briefcase. We do also have the ST here, of course.
Yeah, flirt first, see if we can get this done in 2. We're close enough, but we're not quite able to hit the green test, so we do get up to 83% on the flirt, and this should be the second print coming off of the briefcase. And again, there's a very decent chance that AstatineEffect did not catch the first print, so that could be fairly clean. There's only a minute left to play, so we have to go straight back out to the conversation to finish this flirt, but the seduction target steps away before we can with 45 seconds to play.
Oof, I was going to say there's a chance maybe the second fingerprint wasn't caught because we never really zoomed out while Salmon was carrying that briefcase, so you might not have noticed that he had it in his hand. Probably Astatine is on top of it, though. I mean, neither of these prints were like long-cooked, difficult prints, so...
There's the flirt getting done. 20 seconds left to play. It's going to be a green purloin to try to finish things off from the back conversation. And Toby, well, moves a little bit extra, does get a chain going. So this is
and
going to...
Yeah, overtime, for sure. But unfortunately, it's just all these lowlights being offered. Ugh.
It's all lowlights indeed. There's the overtime. There's the shot. AstatineEffect was able to catch enough of that to know where the bullet had to go by the end of the game, at least.
Yeah, and we'll never really know if Astatine was suspecting Salmon too much for the fingerprints. It's just that we were literally the only person in that purloin chain who was not a lowlight or a suspected double agent or anything like that.
Yeah, a very good spy game put together from FireLordEthan, but not quite enough to get through. Let's see what they can do from the sniper side as AstatineEffect picks up the spy shoes for their first game on Gallery. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, and everyone is letting us know that Salmon took that drink outside at the start of last game, which is technically illegal. I think there's like a 10% chance that an AI walks outside with their drink.
That's a very early green purloin.
Wow.
Taking
and we're just bolting out of there.
I believe the blue painting in the middle there on the right side. And a little bit of a time delay before the take as well. Here's the pickup. I think that should be a pretty clear pretty clear green fade.
But
we get a
Ponytail got the highlight for it.
Ponytail for it. Does eventually decide to throw the low light on it, but I don't think Well, we did take the highlight on the pearls, so I think even though it took a little bit to figure out what went on there, Ethan is doing a pretty good job of narrowing down suspects.
Yeah, I think that means we're dead. It is interesting, though, that even Ethan wasn't certain about the fade and highlight ponytail initially, but the fact that he was able to bring the laser over and highlight us, I mean, there's literally no way that we can get away with 3 more missions at this point, unless Ethan is actually unsure about the purloin after all, but it's hard to believe.
Well, with the amount of time it took for him to come to the conclusions that he did, it's probably reasonable to assume that they're not very firm conclusions, but we shall see as the game continues. We've got the purloin done, but at what cost? We've got 1 print, we've got 2 inspects.
Yeah, and I mean, if you finish prints and inspects when you're already someone that's on the sniper's mind for potentially doing a purloin, oh god, we enter right by the ambassador here. We didn't bug. Actually, we're not close enough to bug, but it might look
There's the
from
bug
the
on the way
sniper's view
out,
like we
though,
could.
as the ambassador leaves conversation. It was pretty good, but it's not good enough. FireLordEthan on top of things.
That would be a great bug if you were not already a highlight for the purloin. But I think it was really obvious that we were setting up for it. But it's a really good bug. That's why you play someone like Pearls. That's a really good bug. It just couldn't have possibly worked in this scenario, unfortunately. What a waste of a good bug.
Absolutely. But hey, if that's the kind of spy play we're going to be getting, that's the kind of game that's going to break through eventually, most likely. 4-2, the current scoreline as FireLordEthan steps back into the spy side in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah. And the one who has to break through here is Ethan. Ethan needs to get a spy win to bring this set back to just being tied up, and then he would need another one to win. So he's absolutely behind here, and maybe he's going to go for some riskier plays as a result.
Speaking of riskier plays, we get an immediate bug around the back of the back conversation coming out of FireLordEthan. A big start to this game.
Yeah, I mean, setting yourself up at the bookshelf there, just giving yourself the opportunity to path by the Amba there, great choice. We did have to like weave in front of Toby to do it, but from the sniper side, the path doesn't look that awkward, and the arm is not visible, not really visible at all, actually. So it's really just going to be if Astatine suspects the path.
And hey, if that's what it takes to set up a wrong arm bug with a book in the natural bugging hand, that can be a pretty good way of trying to convince the sniper that no bug occurred.
Yeah, that's just a really smooth play, and maybe the sniper's just thinking about, oh, what color was Teal's book? Okay, she came from blue, not really thinking about a potential bug path from her there. So I don't know. If we got away with that, we could definitely get the win here. It could be the spy win that Ethan needs. And yeah, we're not putting this book back in green. We had no intent to do a microfilm transfer with it. We were only there to set up the bug. So it goes back innocently. And now we just need to flirt, contact, and if the bug is clean, maybe you can go to statues. But we might get a lot of behavioral suspicion because we're going to have to walk around a lot to get this flirt done now, even if we do finish with soft tells.
32% after the first flirt is not the number you want to see, so we're not bothering getting too close on the next. Oh, but we're not even able to get there in time. Luckily, she comes almost right back to us, not quite to the same pad, but close enough that we're able to just step over and pick up the next one. Green on the second flirt brings us up to 83%, so any flirt now will get that done. And kind of bullied out of the conversation she wanted to be in. So does that AI stop and redirect after no longer having any room at the pad they were pathing to?
Yeah, unfortunately, even if it looks AI-like to stop with that, it just kind of looks like, oh, you were trying to follow Boots into that conversation. Because, like, while we were flirting out there, the ambassador was walking outside, so the camera was zoomed out. Might have been noticeable that we were flirting at the windows.
That was definitely supposed to be green. You see the camera shakes being very worried about what's going on with that tray. and it's definitely been on camera. I don't know if it's been noticed yet. There's not been a lot of reaction from AstatineEffect from that purloin, but it's hard to imagine that they've not noticed the list gone.
Yeah, and then we tried to walk outside with the drink, which is illegal. But no, surely that purloin was caught and we're going to get shot as soon as we do a contact, which is too bad because the bug may have been clean, but the shot is just lined up and waiting here, just lined up and waiting. But we're not contacting. It's just a flirt. You don't have to shoot us just yet. But obviously, as soon as the contact comes off, we are going to die.
There's the shot. Yep. Just
I don't know.
Giving them enough room to doubt themselves with the delay there, but it was certainly not enough doubt.
Do you want to do another hardtail like that purloin if you potentially got away with the bug, or would you rather just finish with inspects? But I think if you went and did the inspects, like, what are the chances that an AI goes to the statues twice when you already just saw them like flirting a bunch outside? I think inspects probably would have also guaranteed a shot at that point. It's really just the flirt. I think the flirt is kind of what screwed us over. If we got away with the bug, we just had to spend too much time flirting, and it just made it hard to finish anything else. Too bad.
Yeah, I really don't mind trying to lean into a good opportunity for a green purloin. Just not hitting the green test sucks. Sometimes you miss the green test, and that's how it goes. But at this level, trying to lean into green tests is sometimes your only way through from the spy side, and so you've got to take those opportunities when they come.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into the next round of gallery. This time, AstatineEffect on the spy side of things versus FireLordEthan Sniper in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, and Ethan, I mean, needs to hold on to all the sniper games here. Oh God, yeah, we just want to flirt. Oh, are we twitching? We twitched because we tried to flirt.
a white test to try the action test again. That's amazing. I've never seen that done.
Never, really? I feel like it's become more common. I feel like I saw it on last week's cast. Then again, last week's cast had like 100 games in it, so there were a lot of opportunities.
There was a lot to pay attention to in last week's cast.
Yeah, I mean, you can get away with a little twitch like that. It's a fun little thing that you can do to ensure you get more flirt progress. And on gallery, you need the flirt progress, honestly. A white flirt on gallery is just dooming you to racing back and forth across the entire venue. And we just want that flirt done. We are just going to get it done ASAP. Oh, no!
We are, however, taking quite a bit of suspicion for that fairly clear and significant chase. The seduction target gets low. That's a bug on the way out! Are you kidding me? That was wild!
That's crazy. Is there a chance that we get away with that bug? No.
Nope.
Nope. Because we were highlight. We were just highlight for the flirting, so it just made it even more noticeable, huh?
I think if we weren't highlight, that arm coming out behind Toby doesn't look nearly so egregious, and we do possibly get away with that because it was a wrong arm bug, but because of the highlight, that is absolutely getting caught.
Yeah, it looks like maybe the flirt twitch at the beginning was caught, or even if the twitch wasn't caught, Ethan is just tracking which people are at paintings together at the start, and when you just end up at a bookshelf next to the same person, you just pick up a highlight. So unfortunately, that bug did not work either.
3-5, the current scoreline. We got 2 games left on gallery, starting with FireLordEthan on the spy side in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And it's Smallman again. And there's definitely a lot of things you can do hidden at the back of this venue.
Oh yeah, this is a very, very dangerous venue for Smallman, and the early green flirt trying to get out before we're noticed. Smallman is absolutely the kind of person that can get away with that if the zoom in is there, and it was there. Smallman just sort of ducking under the camera there and back into the same statues to try to make it clear that I did not swap this.
Yeah, wow, I wonder if we're going to get away with this. I mean, if you're going to go for a swap, that's the type of bold play that you might want to do. So General's going to be picking up the statue now. We'll see if there's any reaction. You can't see it in his hands. You're going to have to wait until he puts it down. Oh, God.
No, just takes the shot on the foot, having caught the microfilm cheese. That's tough. Swap didn't even have a chance to get noticed.
I mean, Ethan is behind and is definitely going for some more bold plays. I wonder if we could have gotten away with that swap. It was so clever, and now we'll never know. That's what I feel like what I keep saying this match. I'm like, wow, that was a really good hard tell that we got by, and we'll never know if we could have won off it because we just got shot for something else later.
Yeah. Going back to the same statue again, trying to get noticed there feels very weird. It feels like you'd want to go to the other end of that statue set to try to stop the statue that you swapped from being pathed to too early. But either way, just gets caught for the microfilm. Let's see what AstatineEffect can do from the spy side in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, I mean, I like the plays that Ethan is going for. That was a masterful bug just 2 rounds ago as well. It feels like Ethan could pick up a spy win at some point and come back here. It just hasn't quite happened yet. And we're walking outside with the drink again. I think people are onto something here. The spy is just walking outside with drinks all the time. You should just shoot people for it. Oh, we're not in that combo? Oh, it's because we're going for a briefcase, but we fail to pick it up, and it all feels really, really awkward, but maybe it looks okay to the sniper?
I didn't like it. It looks like neither does Asta based off this camera movement. But we do pick up the first flirt for 23%, which is also not a number you normally want to see.
Even if it's legal, like maybe you stop there because you were trying to pick up the briefcase and then maybe you turned away at the right moment, but either way, it catches the sniper's eye.
Fake contact early on is fairly interesting. It lets off a decent number of lowlights, but it does certainly paint the spy in the wrong conversation. Luckily, we did not have a suspected double agent in our own convo, so it's just a few reels in the back.
Yeah, and as Pearls, we're just going to have a hard time getting missions done anyway. So I think, I don't know, a fake BB so that maybe someone else can get shot if we don't finish missions is not a horrible idea. But we're going to have to do a real BB at some point. Normally, if you do a fake, you want the real BB to be your like 4th and final mission. But in this case, it's gallery. You might not have a chance to get another contact if you wait that long. And I don't know, we just don't have anything done here. We might time out.
Yeah, I'm thinking probably just based on the way Asta is playing this so far, my guess is that they're going to laser focus on the few people that were in that back conversation who do have the real contact and are going to try to make some sort of play and attempt to frame one of them specifically. But the time ad out in the front and then right back into conversation again makes you feel like maybe they're just biding their time, waiting for them to get more progress on their own.
Yeah, and I think Astatine already has the lead in the match, and I think there is merit to sort of switching up your spy games and sometimes, you know, maybe threatening 2 timeouts so that the sniper really never knows what you're going to do.
Oh, this is big. Not able to hit the green test on the free flirt given to us, so it's just 92% there. No big extra progress granted. Not that I think we wanted it anyways, but it would have been nice.
Yeah, it looks like the plan all along was just to sort of idle and then go for time ads at the front window when you think the sniper's going to be zoomed in. And it worked. It worked, apparently.
It absolutely did. Irish had a bug credit back there from some shenaniganry around the ambassador, but apparently they were able to have enough mission progress come to them that they were worth taking the shot on.
Yeah, she has bug credit, and I don't know if the time ad was ever noticed, but Irish had been outside at the windows a little bit before we were. So it's possible. It's possible that even if Ethan caught the timeout, he thought that maybe Irish did it. Wow.
And that's another break of serve for AstatineEffect, 7-3, the current scoreline. FireLordEthan has got to start breaking through from the spy side a bit more often. Let's see if they can do it first here on Terrace. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
It's a great result from Astatine so far, considering that he came into this as the lower seed and had already lost to Ethan in the past. He's just been wow, that's 2 spy wins now. And one of them was like from getting missions complete as well, which was really, really good. So it's really going to be hard for Ethan to come back from this. I still think it's possible, just looking at the spy games that Ethan's been playing. There have been some really smooth moves there, but we're on Terrace now, and this is not really a venue of smooth moves. This is more so a venue of just kind of biding your time, watching the party, and figuring out, how you can get this down to a tough, 50-50 shot for the sniper.
Well, we had a pretty nice start. We went out to bar, and the selection target dropped by to come see us for a 51% on the flirt. So that's certainly not bad. We were able to pick up a pretty good contact as well. Unfortunately, the double agent is in the smaller of the conversations when that happens, but not any real lowlights able to come out of it, as literally everyone in the entire party was in one conversation or the other.
Yeah, I mean, on Terrace, that's about the best that you can ask for. You do have it narrowed down to one convo who has real BB, and so they've picked up highlights. But if, Boots goes to the bar now, if she stands next to us, we can try to frame her with a delegate or something like that. And I'm sure Ethan is remembering everyone else who has the real BB, considering potentially trying to frame them later. Ooh, I thought we might go for a bug as we walked by the Amba there, but if we were, we aborted it.
Yeah, indeed. Back in the conversation with the seduction target again. So I don't think we're quite in range to get it done in 2, and either way, we don't hit the green on the second, so it's 82% on the flirt, minute and 15-ish left to play.
Yeah, I don't know, it's going to be hard to get anything done here. We're really just sort of waiting for an opportunity, and if the opportunity doesn't show up, it might just end up being a timeout. But as Smallman,
pretty good fake contact.
Banana bread.
A few more people get real contacts to work with, so that's useful.
That's good.
Oh,
I mean, it doesn't look...
one.
Oh, God.
Banana bread.
Doesn't look like Astatine has any major suspects, so it's possible that with all these highlights, we'll be able to just get away with something because Astatine just has too many people to watch.
3 contacts, 1 low light is the count so far. We've got the flirt done, we've got the contact done, we've got 25 seconds to find another mission with no other progress.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, you just wait for an opportunity to present itself on Terrace, and if it doesn't, you might time out, and that might be what we're going to see here.
Yep, the opportunity simply has not presented itself. We go to the bar to try to pick up a panicked Purloin late in the game, but we did not get there first, so it has to be a crash bug, and that just gets caught.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but presumably Ethan just never really felt like he had a good bug opportunity, even as Smallman. It's too bad because those were some good contacts that gave real BB to a lot of people without letting off any lowlights, and yet we still weren't really able to make anything from it.
Yeah, quite a well put together spy game, just simply did not work out. AstatineEffect on the spy next. Let's see what they can do on the spy side of Terrace in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yep, and Astatine's scoreline it's getting up there now. This is a best of 22, so the winner will be the first to reach 12 points. Astatine doesn't need too many more games. Ethan really can't afford to drop anything at this point. He needs to get spy wins, but he also just needs to keep winning every sniper game.
Yeah, needs to lock it in and hold it down from the sniper side for sure. And then once he's done that, he needs some of these well put together spy games to start yielding more results than they have been.
Oh, interesting path. Walking right by the ambassador there. It looks exactly like a bug path, but we did not bug, and we're trusting the sniper to see that.
I love the kind of mind games you can get at like the really high levels of play, where you are just really trusting the sniper to be so on it that they will see that you didn't do the thing, even though it looked like you should have.
Right, and if Salmon bugged, it would have been really obvious. He's not exactly known for having the most subtle bug animation, so...
There's a fake contact to let off one low light. A few other lowlights coming from other places as well. He's really doing a good job of leaning in to not lowlights that aren't 100% confirmed but are very likely.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Ethan can take lowlights for behavioral or pathing reasons. Maybe that's why we went for that path curving around the ambassador earlier, but we definitely weren't rewarded with a lowlight for it. But, you know, we did give the real BB to a few other people. If any of them take a bug path, there is a chance that they could get shot. We're just going to go finish off the inspects.
67% on the flirt after a small spate of them out in a bit of a distant conversation. So we do get the inspects done here at the right side statues.
Yeah,
And
it's a
back
good time
into
to get your inspects
conversation.
done. Oh.
No, I thought we were going to go back into conversation to finish the flirt, but it's the bar instead, our destination. And we do get the request in first this time around, picking up a delegate for our troubles.
Right. The ambassador doesn't take a drink, so we don't get a fingerprint here. I mean, we have the inspects done, but we're not going to get shot for it because the sniper knows that we don't have a real contact. I think if you want to win this, you try to contact again at a time where it looks like you're being framed. You want it to look like the spy said, oh, look, Salmon entered with the double agent and he has inspects. If I do another contact, I can frame him. Maybe you want to go for something like that, but we don't have a double agent with us, so we can't contact.
Nor do we have time
we
to set up something like that at the moment. 15 seconds left on the clock. The seduction target has abandoned us. I don't think there's any opportunity here left.
No, we just delegate to her. We walk over to the bar. We're going to flirt. Okay, well, if she takes the purloin right now, but will we get shot for it?
Apparently, yes, is the answer.
Yeah. That's tough. I mean, it's impressive that we got missions done without having the contact there. And if it wasn't within the last 5 seconds, I don't know, there's a chance that something like that could have worked. I mean, the shot, we don't know if Ethan would have shot without the overtime beeps.
Well, we will never find out. 8-4, the current scoreline as FireLordEthan prepares to step in to the showdown on Ballroom. 6 games on this venue is what we're ready for. As FireLordEthan steps into the spy side first, really needing a win in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And that could mean that this could be the last venue that we see. Astatine just needs 4 more points to win the set. That means just 4 out of 6 ballroom games. If Astatine gets 1 more spy win and holds down the sniper wins, he could come out with a win on this venue.
Early flirt at a small painting leads us 51%, and an attempted walking bug that does not take as well.
Wow, did the ambassador, was he even that close to us? I'm surprised
Not
that we
really.
were even able to. Yeah.
I think it was one of those sort of Hail Marys where if he turns the right direction, it'll be incredible, and if not, it's low risk, and nothing wound up coming of it one way or the other. Now, we have done a lot of work on the flirt while we've been doing all of these shenanigans as well. 85% at the moment, and ready to get our last one as soon as this cooldown expires. In with the double agent as well, but there's, I think, a bit too much spray to take that at the moment.
Yeah, I would not want to do a contact right now when it's so sparse. You would be letting off a bunch of lowlights. I mean, the combo on the right is really full. And if you think there might be an SDA in there, it might lead Ethan to go for a contact. The ambassador enters next to us again. Definitely not in range for a bug, but if we walk out of the convo and curve around him, we might be able to. And I don't think anyone is invading the ambassador's personal space right now, so he could be here for a while.
Instead, he decides to step away of his own accord, and we head back into the center statues at the back of the venue to pick up our trio of inspects.
Yeah, and we have Salmon as a highlight now. He's been getting inspects. He also got a fingerprint that the ambassador left on the bookcase over there. We're just going to go pick up all 3 inspects at once, though.
So out to the front windows just to hang out for a bit. Minute and 15 to play. Contact still available, and we need one more mission besides. Stepping into conversation with the double agent now. This is a full convo, but there are quite a number of people out and about, so that should be... Well, he started taking lowlights and then just decided to shoot Ethan.
Wow, I mean, what is that shot for? There's no way it's for the attempted bug earlier. I don't think that was seen. The ambassador wasn't even close enough to us. Is it, I mean, was there something suspicious about the way that we went to the center inspects?
Might have been an unlikely bug credit somewhere, might have been just pathing concerns at some point.
We
there
didn't
are
even
certainly
have
some
a 4th
possibilities,
mission.
but okay,
well, whatever
AstatineEffect in the chat admitting that the shot was dumb.
Yeah, I see.
Either
He says, I
way.
hated the long window stay into the white BB. Like, damn, that's what you can get shot for? That's all it takes? Just staying at the windows too long? How can I possibly ever win against these snipers?
Diamond's terrifying, man. Back into ballroom we go. AstatineEffect on the sniper, on the spy side this time versus Ethan Sniper in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, I mean, newer spies at this game, right? They always kind of play scared. They're worried that the sniper will see anything they do, so they don't want to do missions.
Why.
Yeah, now I'm just like, do I stay at the windows not long enough? Was it too long? Should I even go to a window at all? What? I don't know what a diamond level sniper is going to shoot me for, so thank God I'm not in diamond.
Asta pulls out a green book quite early on, trying to hold on to this for a while so the sniper loses track of where it came from, probably. Also able to pick up a nice early 51% flirt at the window.
Yeah, and then as we leave, we walk by the ambassador in a spot where you could have maybe gone for a bug, but Astatine didn't think a bug like that would work against Ethan, and so just walks by innocently.
Probably a wise decision in that particular case. There's the contact coming off. Lots of very full conversations. Unfortunately, suspected double agent was one of the few out.
So we're picking up highlights. It's just us and Duke, literally the only 2 people in the party with a real contact. And if Astatine doesn't know about... Oh,
that's big,
contact.
Though. That's a huge fake.
Banana bread.
It's good. Unfortunately, it really only adds one more highlight in the twin. The SDA is in that convo on the left now, but she's just there with a guest who was already low lit. So it doesn't help us too much.
I think
maybe Astatine was aware that that first contact might have narrowed down.
I'm on the wrong game. I don't know what happened here.
I see.
Let me figure out how to get this. There we go. Somehow I ended up going 2 games ahead. I don't know. Well, anyway, let us pretend. Wait, let's see where we were. Okay. I was wondering why they didn't line up.
Okay, all right. We'll do it again.
Sorry, AstatineEffect as Irish.
Yeah. Let me find it. We're on the second ballroom game.
Yeah.
All right. Let's try this again. Where We'll just go to where about. How far are you guys into it?
Minute and
Oh, sure. We're at
41.
about a minute 40 if you want to go from
All right.
there.
I'm just gonna like really fast forward through it to a minute 40. Or pretend we didn't see
Yeah,
that
I
other
think
game.
people kind of got the impression of
Okay.
what's happened in this game.
Yep.
We just did some contacts.
Yep.
That's
All
it.
right,
That's
we're-
all that's happened.
All right, we're at minute of 40. Is that the time on the clock? Yes, I'm going for XP.
On the spy clock, yeah.
Yes.
I don't think
Yeah.
there's been a time ad.
All right.
There's not.
All right. Rocket.
Banana
Took
bread.
out an
Yeah.
early
Mhm.
book, went for some contacts,
Yep.
got a nice flirt
Banana
or
bread.
two.
Yeah, here's the contact. See, it's just us and Duke, and we're going to pick up the highlights for it. The SDA's over there on the left
All right,
with
here we go.
Boots, but she's a
right.
low light.
Minute
We'll take
40,
another
here we go.
contact. Yeah.
Yes.
All
Is
right,
it like,
minute
it's
40
like a
in
classic
3,
gap?
2, 1, playing it.
Gosh, now I'm really, the suspense is here. Now I really want to know how this game's going to end.
So contact done, flirt done, green book in hand still from the start of the game.
Oh, it's true. We do
At a
have a
time-
green book.
Yeah, at a time like this, I
Crucial
wonder
detail.
if just having a book that you've had for a long time is suspicious in and of itself.
Maybe. I just think our unluckiness with the contacts is going to be a problem. There's just these
Yeah.
3 highlights. And I mean, if we picked up the book before being highlight, you know, there's always a chance that Ethan won't remember where it came from. And we are holding on to it for a really, really long time.
Yeah. Again, this book was basically from right at the start of the game. So
Banana bread.
another fake contact, but again, the suspected double agent is not cooperating.
Wow, and we're not actually even seeing any more highlights here. So Ethan doesn't even care who else got a real contact from that. Maybe he just thinks it's fake. He's just tired of this from Astatine. And the laser just very still as we're at this bookshelf. I keep thinking we're about to get shot for it. And we are within the next 10 seconds, right? Yes.
Yes, we are. The shot does eventually come off for the microfilm transfer.
It's like these snipers leave you guessing because they know they don't have to shoot for 10 seconds, right? So they're able to wait. They're able to carefully think it through. They don't need to take an impulsive shot. But the effect for us is we're just watching, being like, you're gonna shoot that, right? And yes.
Yes, he is. FireLordEthan into the spy side next, 9-5, the current scoreline. Running out of time to claw this one back. Let's see if they can make a start here in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, we've seen some really good plays from Ethan's spy in this set. He hasn't quite gotten a spy win from it yet, but if there's anywhere you can do it, it would be ballroom. Ugh, the ST walks away from us. Seduction canceled.
Yeah, and we're not even able to quickly step over to give chase because we're in the middle of a drink animation when it happens.
Yeah, plus I think if you just sidestepped over to the window and followed him, I think
Yeah, not
Astatine
good.
might just see it and you'd be the top suspect. So it's good restraint not to do that. There's definitely some
Indeed.
players that you can get away with doing anything for your flirt. You can twitch over, you can just chase them, you can do whatever in the first 10 seconds of the game for flirt. But against Astatine, I wouldn't risk it.
Yeah. In conversation with the double agent, as the conversations start to fill up, but this is not something I think we're eager to take quite yet, especially with our particular conversation being fairly empty. So FireLordEthan does indeed step away out to the windows. Possible time ad? Indeed, we do get a time ad. It's a green test, too.
Oh, nice. I don't know if the sniper will be on top of that. They kind of have to be watching the ambassador right now, but like no one's actually close
Banana
enough to
bread.
him to bug, so there's a chance we were watching for time ads.
Yep. So we take the contact, we take the flirt, we take a drink as well, but no purloin while we're doing all of that.
Yeah, you have extra time, so it's okay to waste your time taking a drink here. I think, you know, when you go for a time ad like that at this level of play, It's really just to buy time for other people to become suspects and to maybe set yourself up with more opportunities to go for a bug or something later. So it's okay to just idle here with the drink for a little bit, but basically the entire 45 seconds we got from that, we're just spending waiting here with a drink.
Yeah. We have gotten our second flirt up to 65%, which is just barely out of range to finish it with a close white. 34% is the best you can get with that, so we're going to need a green test in order to finish this flirt in 3, no matter what our positioning is.
Yeah, and the clocks are just catching up with each other here, and we've just been in this convo. There are a lot of highlights at this party. It's actually more highlight than not, and we are not one of them. So that's the only good news for us. And we're requesting a drink here. It's going to be a purloin, and it is a green test.
Oh, that's big. We'll see what comes of this moving forward. If a suspected double agent takes it, that could be very bad, but they do indeed let it go. There's the take. It is a highlight that grabs it. Didn't get a good look at the list being gone. I think he might have seen the list gone there, and here come the lights.
Oof, that's a lot of low lights.
Yeah, that was a lot of low lights. We even got safety off, I think, on Ethan for a moment there, but he does wind up as a neutral light, the only neutral light in the entire party at the moment.
Yeah, I was hoping that maybe we'd get away with that. Maybe Astatine was watching too many highlights and therefore didn't see that we did the purloin, but it looks like he was on top of it. The good news is there are still some other suspects. We're the only neutral light. We are no longer the only neutral light. We're a highlight now just for being at the bookcase. What changed? Why does going to a bookcase change things? We're going to walk away from the ambassador. Do not bug him on the way out. We would have gotten shot for that. And our only hope is that someone else is a bigger suspect than us for this purloin.
Yeah, if we had hit that green test at the green bookcase, we may have had a chance to finish missions here, but at this point, I think we just have to let the clock run down and hope someone takes a bullet. And I don't think anyone's going to take a bullet. Here's a desperation time ad trying to hit a green, but I think even if we did, that laser was already swinging over for a shot. FireLordEthan yet again not able to break through from the spy side. It's 10-5.
Yeah, it's too bad. A green purloin in a party that had that many highlights, but Astatine was on top of it. I'm curious if anyone else was a bigger suspect than us before the purloin. I'm curious if any of those other people could have gotten shot if they took a bug path or did something. But I mean, Disney went to the statues there at the end and he wasn't getting shot for it. So I don't know.
AstatineEffect back on the spy side versus FireLordEthan Sniper on game 4 of Ballroom out of a possible 6 in 3, 2, 1 planet.
And Astatine just needs 2 more points to close out the set here. It's not likely he'll get it on Spy. Oh God, speaking of twitching for flirts, we landed on her pad.
Flirt. That wasn't twitching for flirt, that was twitching for a statue.
Exactly, we landed on her pad, and then we moved over to the other one. We're swapping it. It's a green swap. Interestingly, she has a highlight here, but we don't.
That was a very extreme sniper angle trying to guard the ambassador at the back of that conversation, and it does successfully defend against the bug, but we did take a green swap while all that was happening. There's the swap being taken. This might not be seen for a little while.
Yeah, I mean, the laser doesn't care at all about checking Queen at the statues there. And even when she walks away, the laser is not looking to see if the statue swapped. So I just don't think it's a priority for Ethan, honestly. And Astatine's just going and finishing the inspects now. He's got a fingerprint, the swap, 3 inspects. It's almost a rush, except that we didn't hit a green flirt, and the flirt needs a lot more.
So second flirt is green to bring us up to 85%. So 1 more flirt will get that done. We also need to find a print somewhere, and it will be a silent game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Ethan has ever noticed this statue. It is very visible on screen right now that no one's covering it anymore. And of course, we did eventually pick up a highlight, but I don't know if it's for the swap. It might just be because we finished the inspects, because we have a fingerprint or
Yeah,
so
my
on.
guess is that the swap was fairly clean. That's a big twitch.
Why did we do that? We're already close enough to flirt. I think maybe we wanted room for Toby behind us. We wanted room for Toby behind us
Yeah,
so that we could
that's
take the
exactly
drink with
what
the
it was.
fingerprints.
So
And we're
print
not
done
shocked for
off
it.
the drink. There's the flirt. AstatineEffect. This could be the nail in the coffin as they find a third spy win to FireLordEthan 0. 11-5, the current scoreline, 7 match points.
Wow, I mean, completely different from the last time they played each other, which was just sniper wins back and forth. That's that. I mean, wow. And Astatine has gotten 2 mission wins. So, well, one of them counted as a civ shot because a civilian got shot, but we had finished 4 missions, and now he gets away with it again. Just a really good call on going for that swap. Ethan just was not looking at it. I don't know why Red Dress picked up that highlight at the start and not us, but it means that Ethan was maybe more focused on her. Like you said, he was guarding the ambassador from bugs there, and he really just didn't look at that statue until maybe it was way too late. Maybe not even all game. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, it's very easy to just miss an awkwardly timed swap as a sniper sometimes. You've got so much else to look for that if a spy decides to take a swap when you don't expect them to, it's very hard to fit that into your cycles as a sniper because of how rarely it happens. Either way, AstatineEffect in commanding position has a chance to put the match to bed and advance to the grand finals right here and now from the sniper side of Ballroom in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, we said this could be the last venue. We said Astatine would just need to win 4 of 6 gallery games, which he could do by locking down the sniper and getting 1 spy win. And it seems like that might be what's going to happen. Ethan literally needs to win a spy game now to stay alive entirely. Could he mount a comeback after that? We've seen it before, but it's not very likely.
There's the first flirt for FireLordEthan for 51% on the flirt. A busy conversation, but not one with the real double agent in it.
Yeah, well, at least starting with a green flirt, that's what you want to see if you need to win the spy game, if your life depends on it. And it is good that the conversations are full, at least. I'm worried if we walk over to the other convo, it might be a little bit too obvious if we go for a contact. And I think we're just going to wait here. We probably want to see if we get another green flirt.
Very awkwardly, nobody in the ambassador's personal space, so he might be hanging out there for a good while.
Yeah, and even if someone tried to bug him, it's like there's not really any cover. Oh, okay, Wheels enters next to the ambassador now, at least.
Yeah, that'll get him moving at least. 2 flirt done, so at least that's 1 quick mission completion, and we do step over to drop in next to the double agent to see if we can capitalize on some of this conversation activity.
Yeah, I mean, we spent a long time flirting. I think we want to get in on this double agent action, because if we miss it and then she goes off for like a briefcase or some books, like there's actually not that much time left. Oh God, it's going to be a purloin.
It's a purloin though.
Banana bread.
There's the contact to try to distract.
Is that how this set ends, with a white purloin? It's not 4 missions, so Astatine doesn't need to shoot just yet, but there's a very good chance that Astatine was on top of that. We're actually not seeing a ton of lowlights, but that actually is worse news, because it might just be, I don't need to lowlight anyone. I know it was Duke.
There was the attempt on a reverse drive-by bug. Wrong arm in the back, just trying to hide the arm behind the conversation. Doesn't work out in the end, and AstatineEffect 12-5, the final scoreline. takes it over FireLordEthan in commanding fashion.
Wow, and it's a similar scoreline to what Astatine got last week against Nebula. Just really, really impressive score lines. Last week, it just looked, it looked like, wow, that was it. Did Nebula maybe have a worse day than usual? But no, Astatine just really strong to be able to get such good results against Nebula and then against Ethan here. Wow.
Yeah. Was able to sneak into the top 4 on tie breaks, but now that he's here, he's not willing to let this opportunity slip. This has been very, very strong stuff from Astatine.
All right. Slightly disappointed
I keep thinking
that
back to. No.
I was gonna say slightly disappointed Astatine didn't let that one slide so we could get to Aquarium, but you know.
At least you got all your ballroom games.
Yeah, we get yes. Well, yeah, most of them.
Yeah, that modern game where we won off of the difficult print. We rejected the print at the bar. We walked away, took a difficult print off a statue, then a Civ got shot. Like, it's crazy to see Spy wins like that at this level of play. It was just such clean games from Astatine.
Yep.
Yeah, was beautiful stuff.
Yeah, and so now, unfortunately, Rob's tactic of trying to get Astatine out so he doesn't have to face him may have not succeeded because well, actually, I mean, Rob still has to beat Opie and her, so it's not not a done deal, but the finals will be quite interesting, I am sure, whoever wins between Rob and Opie.
Absolutely. One way or another, it's going to be a good time, but I think that is going to do it for us tonight. If this was your first time here, welcome. This game is called SpyParty. You can get it at Steam or SpyParty.com for $25. But if you get it at the website, you also get a Steam key, but the creator gets a little bit more of your money, which is always nice. If you've been here a little while and are interested in getting into the competitive side of SpyParty for yourself, Discord.gg/SpyParty is the place to be. There's always a bunch of lovely folks there who are willing to help you out, and always new stuff going on in competitive SpyParty for you to sink your teeth into.
Yeah, speaking of new things, the Winter Cup is actually starting soon, and I believe there is a group draw. So everyone who entered the Winter Cup gets randomly split into groups. Unlike the SCL, the Winter Cup is not seeded, so you can end up with anyone in your group, and they are going to be doing the draws for those groups on this very channel in about 40 minutes, I believe.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you have the time to come back for that, I highly recommend it. It's always a good time.
Yep. Thank you all for watching. I'm sure we'll be back again next week with some more excellent games. See y'all then.